Welcome back, everybody. Joe Everest, the fence expert. Hey, one of the most common pieces of feedback we get about the Saturday morning live Ask the Expert segment is those things are long, and they're not wrong. They last about 3 hours, 2.5 to 3 hours. Sometimes, a few weeks ago, Caleb and I got into a pretty good discussion about marketing. I think it lasted closer to 4 hours. Nobody's got time to sit through 4 hours of listening to a couple experts talk. I get it. So Jeremy's created a new segment just for you guys called Hot Takes. It's usually a shorter segment of the longer conversation, basically hitting the hot topics, if you will, of that live segment. So without further ado, here comes this week's Hot Take. This is Joe Everest, the fence expert. My family's been perfecting their way of building fence for over 60 years, 3 generations. While there's more than one way to build a fence, I'm here to share with you our way. It's the thing. Video can reach so far. What's mind-boggling to me, I still have a hard time wrapping my brain around. When I started this channel, I really started it to talk to other guys here in the States, right? Like that's what my mind saw this doing. Mm-hmm. But, you know, anyone with an internet connection watches this, right? We've got folks, obviously, from the UK. We have a significant following in the UK. Largely in part to D&J. Like those guys have an incredible channel. So Project Metal, if you don't follow D&J projects, you absolutely should. And they're a great channel in the UK. But also we get feedback from guys Australia, New Zealand. We had a guy from India comment last week, and then we've got guys in South America, guys in Mexico, a decent following in Mexico. Mm-hmm. So video can connect you with people that you never thought it could, right? That seemed outlandish. But it's, you know, this is obviously not a sales platform. Like I don't sell stuff to you guys, the viewers, right? We get on here and we talk about business and fencing and staining and that sort of stuff. But for a sales channel, like for a business trying to find clients, it's absolutely phenomenal because they can get to know you. You know, I've got YouTube channels that I watch. I feel like I have a personal connection with these people because I've watched them for years and I've watched their trials and tribulations and that sort of thing. Never met them before in my life, but if I ever met them in person, I would think like we've been best friends forever.
Yeah. Usually they're very, very the same as they are online. Usually. That's
right. Well, right. Those are the people that are the most successful on whether it's YouTube or Facebook or wherever. Is the people that are authentic, mm-hmm. right? And we're getting a little bit into my talk here, but that's okay. But authenticity is paramount to success because especially when we're talking about going and finding clients using this platform or using Facebook or wherever, is that when you knock on the door, you absolutely have to be the same person that they connected with online. Mm-hmm. You have to be. And here's the story I'll tell and I'll tell this again in the training, but what solidified this for me is one day, this is before Sarah came on with us. I was doing residential sales. I went and knocked on this lady's door and she answers the door and she says, well, you're the guy from Facebook. You're the guy I watch talk about fence. I said, well, yeah. Like, here's the thing. I am way too tight to pay somebody to do that. And if I did pay for somebody to do that, they wouldn't look like me. And we had a good laugh about it. Right. And it's the same kind of humor that I used on the videos. Right. So we connected and we went in the backyard and I measured it. And I said, you know, Miss Customer, we do things a little bit differently than some of the others. This was 5 or 6 years ago when everyone was still using wood post. We had switched to Postmaster steel. And so I says, we do things a little bit differently. We've moved away from wood posts and we use steel post, these Postmaster Plus posts exclusively. And she goes, oh, that's right. Use the metal post because they have higher, like they can stand higher winds. She repeated back to me. She parroted back to me my entire Postmaster video. Mm-hmm. So now all of a sudden, I didn't have to explain who we were and why she should choose us. She watched that video. And then I didn't have to explain to her the product I was offering because she also watched that video. So now my job was to give her a price and then see if it met her budget. I saved 20 minutes from my pitch on who Ozark Fence was, we're family owned and all that. She already watched that video.
Yeah.
And she connected with me. So, no shock. We built the fence. She didn't call anyone else. Couldn't find out. She didn't call anyone else.
Yeah.
Because when she looked online, they weren't there. So she felt comfortable with us and me and my family, and we built her fence. So that is the day that solidified for me why this is so important.
Yeah.
She made her purchasing decision solely on her time, using her resources. And literally my job was to show up and just, dot the I's and cross the T's.
Stand there and look pretty, Joe. Your work was done.
Well, 50% is not bad on that deal. There's a lot of baseball teams right now that want to be 500. All right, guys, that concludes this week's hot take. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Do you like the format? Do you not like the format? Let me know in the comments below. We're still figuring this out, and we could use your help. But for now, I'm Joe Everest, the fence expert, reminding you that good fences make good neighbors. And I'll see you next time.